Hello. You can turn your cameras on. Don't be shy. There's new rules for storytelling day. Mute your mic when you aren't talking. Go on if you're comfortable. We're getting everybody coming on. Hi.
Hi.
So guys, just quickly review the difference within this week's, I always do this wrong, expectations for video and all that, different from masterclass, where we just let the speaker do the thing, their thing. Hold on. Admit. We'll just wait a little bit while everybody gets on. Sorry, eating. It's leftover pizza. It's very hard. All right. Okay, people are slowly coming on, but we still are a minute before. Here we go. Admit. I know that Cami, poor Cami, her my intern, her computer crashed today. So she might join us with her phone. I hope she does. I feel bad for her. Oh, here, let me get out of the way of the expectations. So if you guys can each just take the time to change your name in your more settings in the participants area to be your preferred name. You know, a lot of you are international students and have taken English names probably just because it's easier. I don't know. I'm very happy to learn actual names. If you want me to do that, I'd be really happy to, but I know some of you guys have English names that you guys prefer, and I'd like to just call you whatever you like to be called. All right, we're going. So as I go down, I'm just gonna call you out if you haven't done the thing where you change your name. So Abhishek, if you can change your name to your first name, whichever you prefer, and then dash whatever team you're on. Same with Carolyn. All of you guys, if you can just take the time now. Thank you, Luffy. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Vince. Oh, Cami just texted me. So sorry, running late. Phone is making me update. Poor, she's so stressed. She's been a really, really great help. I'm gonna tell her no worries. All right. I'm eating leftover pizza and I put way too much hot sauce on it. So like now I have boogers. I'm so sorry. I'm not a very professional person. I mean, I'm admitting more people. So I'm gonna just keep repeating myself for new people who are joining us. Please notice that the storytelling rules for video are different than Masterclass Monday. So we wanna see your face. We want to hear your voices within reason. And then we also want to get to know your name. So if you can just take some time to go into the participants area, go into your name and in the more section, change your name to your preferred first name and your team that you're on, the startup team you're on. So Ashwin, Aaron, welcome. If you can just change your name to your first name and the team that you're on. There's Cami. D, I know you're on Semio, I think. I'm just trying to get to know you guys better, so I'm like paying attention. I'm really bad with names. I don't know how you guys are with names and faces. I'm terrible. Yay, we got Aaron, Pocket CFO. Thank you for changing your name. Roman Aerospace, the key, very good. Chelsea, if you can change your name. And same with D. Let's see who else. Thank you, Jinwen. Thank you, Henry. And it could just be your first name. We'll get better at this. We're gonna do this a lot. And the expectation to have this as your names, I want it to be throughout all three series. So Masterclass Monday, please have your first name, team name. It just helps. It helps us get to know you guys better, and like where and who you're working with. Also, feel free to use the chat. Let me see, do I have it set to everyone? Yeah, everyone public. Do you guys want the private chat on? I don't care, personally. Like, maybe it might be useful for you. I'm gonna turn it on. I had a conversation with Cami about how, she mentioned to me that I guess there's a way for Zoom hosts to like creep on the private chats and read your guys' private chats. I don't know how to do that. I'm not gonna do that. So if you guys wanted to open up a private conversation with your teammates to discuss things or whatever, please do that. I promise I will stay out of the private chats. I prefer to stay out of your business. Jane, if you can just switch your name to, I know you, so Jane, you're on multiple teams, so you can just like switch it to Open Sesame / Roman Aerospace. Yeah, okay, I think we're almost there. We're missing some people. It's 5 minutes after. I'm just gonna get started. Okay, so welcome again. Another day. Today's orientation, it's very different. I'm gonna mute my phone because people are blowing me up. Let me do a share screen for our agenda today. Let's see, share the screen. It's on. Okay, so I'm gonna be pretty timely. I have to manage meetings like this for our startup founders as well. We do founder circle on Friday, right before Founder Friday with you guys, and we've been doing it for a long time. When we're all together in person, it's very easy to do because people talk over each other, but in Zoom world, you can't do that. So I have like literally an IKEA old school egg timer, and I'm just gonna set it, and we're gonna make our way through this agenda. So we just did the Zoom rules, but I'm gonna leave them up as my virtual background in case you guys missed them. And I'm Arcelia. I'm managing this program. This is my second year managing it almost solo. This is my first solo year as a virtual manager for the program. I think it's been going pretty great, but you are the ones who let me know if it's going good or not. So we'll get into that later. I also manage the startup garage. That's like my regular job for Viterbi, which is, you know, just a lot of support and advocacy for the teams that we bring in. So that's me. I didn't go to USC, I went to Berkeley. I don't hate you guys for going to USC. I don't have like one of those like very patriotic or like a alumni. I'm not like that. However, I do think that just having worked for USC as long as I have, that USC has something that Berkeley didn't have. There is like, I don't know if there's like something in the water, but you guys really do support each other long after graduation. And so I would say if there's one like piece of advice I could give you as an adult to like people who are still in school is take advantage of all of the things that your school does for alumni. They do a ton. Okay, Cami, would you like to give a little brief intro on who you are?
Yeah, sure. Hey guys, can you hear me well? Okay, cool. Sorry I'm in my car. I've had like last minute laptop issues, which is why I'm using my phone right now. But hey, what's up? I'm Cami. I go to USC. I'm a rising junior, which is crazy to say because it doesn't feel like I've been here for that long. I study industrial and systems engineering. I'm on e-board of Theta Tau, if you've heard of us. We're USC's only co-ed engineering society. We used to be a fraternity, but you know, USC. What else? I'm an intern for this program. I'm super excited about it. I'm so excited to meet all of you, and I think it's gonna be really awesome.
Thanks, Cam. Okay, so timer time. I'm gonna go for 5 minutes reviewing the program. At the end, you guys can ask me questions, number 6. So I'm gonna just say really fast. The expectations are, you log in on Monday, you listen to a speaker. Feel free to ask questions in the chat function. Otherwise, I'm prepared to moderate so that you guys don't have to ask questions. But if you have some interesting, unique questions for them, I'm really open-minded for you guys to use that chat function. But basically, you know, log in. Storytelling Wednesday is a little less formal, kind of like this. We'll be bringing in a speaker who is going to speak for a less amount of time. And the idea is that there is going to be interactions, very similar to this. So on Wednesday, you know, I'm not telling you to comb your hair, but you might want to comb your hair because you're going to be on camera. Or you don't have to, I guess technically you don't have to be on camera, you can just use your voice, but the idea is there's more interaction. And then on Founder Friday, it's the same thing, just much less formal. So it goes from the most formal to the least formal. On Founder Friday, we want you to just really yuck it up with the founders, ask them very personal questions about what it's like to, sorry, somebody's in the waiting room. I'm so bad at this waiting room stuff. Sorry if I left you hanging in the waiting room on Monday. It's because I'm not very good at it. Okay, so basically it's just logging on to Zoom. Cami takes attendance, so you guys making sure that your name and your team name is on there makes it a lot easier for her to do that. We have about 25 students participating this Summer Smasher. So, you know, it's important for us to keep track. We're not going to be, you know, crazy about attendance. We just want to make sure that you guys understand that the expectation is that you are getting this content. So if you guys have something come up, an emergency, if you have conflicts or whatever, please just email me. It's kind of like a job in that, you know, we want to make sure that you guys are learning all sorts of skills, including professional skills, which just basically means giving somebody notice about something gives them time to address the situation proactively versus reactively. And the way that we're going to do makeups is that I'm just going to post the recorded Zoom onto our Slack channel, and you guys can log on, watch the video, and then do like a few lines just to say that what you took away from it. Is everybody on Slack yet? Like, okay, so I guess I'm not waiting for a response. This is me telling you to get on Slack. If you're having a hard time to get on Slack, email me. You guys need to be on there, and you need to be on the hashtag Summer Smasher Project Support, because that's where everything goes down for the Summer Smasher on Slack. Okay, last but not least, we will have a presentation, kind of like a final showcase for you guys and your projects. It's not meant to be a crazy thing for each of you guys to do. The expectation is very small. You put together 2 slides, each of you, and you present as a team for whatever startup you're on. The bigger groups will present kind of by department. So like Open Sesame has a ton of Summer Smasher participants doing projects for them. So then they would present in more of a departmental way, whereas teams who have smaller groups who kind of work on different things and it is departmental will all present together. We will not start even talking about presentations until halfway through the program, so don't expect anything from me on that until like July. Okay, I'm gonna stop there before the timer goes off. Now, Storytelling Wednesday is going to have a survey component. I've never done a survey on Zoom, but I set one up for us to practice with each other, and it's gonna be an icebreaker survey. So let me see, it's under polls. I'm gonna launch it. You guys are literally my guinea pigs for this. So let me ask, let's see, Cami, are you still there? I know you're, you know what, if you're gonna drive, I don't wanna like watch you crash. Can I ask you, like, how does it look to you, the poll?
Oh, the poll, I was just doing it. It looked amazing.
Okay, great. So I don't know if you guys can see the results.
There's definitely an option for you to share the results.
Well, I can also just like tell you what they are.
Yeah, there's that.
So are you guys doing it? You guys taking the poll? They're just super stupid questions, but they're icebreaker questions. Wait, it says, can you not vote on them? Or are you guys just like taking your sweet time to vote?
I'm still taking my time. There are some questions. I got to think about them.
Okay. I will be patient. We should have like background music. Oh, here we go. We're getting some answers. Okay, people are feeling good. That's good. Oh, this is fun. How do I make it so that you guys can see it? Oh shoot, somebody's in the waiting room again. Hey, Jimena, welcome. Okay, some people are neutral. Getting some neutrals out there. This is fun. Oh, I forgot to set the timer. Dang it. Oh no, somebody's feeling bad.
Speaking of feeling bad, I just thought I'd like point out that, or just say that at USC I'm something called a freshman academy coach. I don't know if you guys have taken, for my engineers out there, those of you who have taken Engineering 102, I'm one of the coaches for that class. And I just also wanted to say that, like, if you guys are ever struggling, it doesn't have to relate to Summer Smash, or even if it's like something at school or something outside of school, you can always email me, text me, DM me, have a conversation with me. I'm always here for you.
Yeah, I mean, times are tough. Like, I don't want to dive too far into all of the challenges that we're facing as people right now. But I stand with students right now in solidarity, just understanding how difficult it must be to be a student during a pandemic, during all the social unrest, in the summertime, when it's like really hot right now. I don't know how hot you guys are at home. Like the heat is an element. Okay, it looks like 95% of people voted. I know that we got a late participant join us, but that was probably more my fault than hers. But I'm gonna start just telling you guys. Wait, is there like a way? Oh yeah, I know how I can do this. I'll share my screen. Let's see. All right. No, that looks gross. Okay, so it looks like most people are feeling great, but we have a lot of neutrals there, and we do have one bad feeling person. I don't want to call you out, but I'm sorry for you. Okay, hand on your heart, are you wearing PJs right now? A majority of you guys say you never wear PJs on your Zoom call. I'm gonna respect the fact that you pledge that you don't do that. I love that 35% of you are wearing your PJs right now. And then also this like business on top, PJs on bottom. Thank you for nobody doing that. I feel like that's like getting into a bathtub with your clothes on or something. It just must feel really wrong to be like faking it from the top. That's weird. And for those of you who literally took them off a minute ago, I understand that completely. Are you an early bird or a night owl? Okay, so most of you guys are liking the night. I'm not an early bird, but I'm not a night owl either. I'm like a toddler. I sleep as much as I can. Have you ever, okay, this one I took from the internet, and I had to remove a ton of really, really personal questions. So these are as personal as I was willing to go. It looks like 50% of you guys, including myself, have peed in a swimming pool, and there's no shame in that. We've all been there. I mean, getting out of a pool to use the bathroom sounds terrible, but we should probably practice a little bit better doing that. Okay, taking shampoo and conditioner from a hotel, yes. 65%, that's a majority. Sometimes I'll ask the women and men who come and like turn down the room to like bring me more bottles, and they're usually down to do that. Fainted in public, 20%. Does anyone want to tell us their fainting in public story? Feel free to unmute yourself. I'd be very happy to hear it. No? Maybe next time? Okay, moving on. Sneaked into a movie, 60%. I could never do that. I'm so afraid. I'm terrified of getting caught. So you guys are braver than I am. And then throwing up on a roller coaster, 15%. 3 out of 20. That's a lot. I never threw up on a roller coaster, but I definitely threw up one of those like giant pickles that you can buy when you go to a theme park after a roller coaster. Okay, so 95% of us check ourselves out in mirrors. One of you guys is contemplating. I wonder if it's the same person who's struggling right now that's contemplating the deeper meaning to life in the mirror, because I feel like that would make sense. If you could travel in time, would you want to go to the past, the future, or I'm good where I'm at? So like a majority of you guys don't want to travel in time. That's shocking to me, the opportunity to do that. I mean, I guess if you're going to be stuck out there, I wouldn't do it either, but for a brief moment. And then it's like 50-50 back and forward, to the back and to the front. That's crazy. I think I would want to see the future, but my fear is that I would go there and we wouldn't be there anymore. And then it would just be like going back to our time, knowing that like at some point we really screwed up. Well, I mean, continued to screw up. Okay, which technology will have the greatest impact on our lives next year? This is interesting since you guys are all technical students. So it looks like even distribution for augmented and virtual reality and Internet of Things and home tech. I agree. Those are booming industries. we have a relationship with Amazon Alexa. So that makes total sense. Machine learning, automation. Okay. Do you guys see the thing that I'm showing you? So I've just been saying these things and you guys don't know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, Cami, help. Can you not see the poll right here that I'm filling
I
around?
noticed that. I noticed it, but I didn't say anything. Sorry. Wait, am I the only one? Someone else speak up and say that they can't see it.
Can you guys not see the poll that I'm going through?
No, we can't. We can't see it.
Oh my gosh. And I've already gone down half of it. Let me see. I don't know how to fix this. Let me see. Stop.
I think so, on my phone, so it's a little different. But I think what I see is the oh, now I don't. But I used to see like the outline of what we were doing today.
Balls. Okay, so clearly I need to learn a little bit more about how to do stupid polls. And time's up. So, okay, I'll just go through it really fast. Most of you guys, a majority of you guys will still want human babysitters or think others will. Oh, when it comes to most serious issues, social inequality is up there with coronavirus. Shocker. What kind of Zoomer are you? So 4 of you walk around the house while you Zoom. 8 of you just woke up. 6 of you are the ones without the camera on. 0 are the ones that are always talking. Shocker. And 1 of you likes to do funny faces. I wonder who that is.
That was me.
Oh, okay, good. All right, I'm ending the stupid poll. Oh, all I had to do was end it to share the results. Look, can you guys see them now? Okay, whatever. That's why I did, you know what, today was the day to go through this as a family. You guys can judge me in the private chat. Okay, so can you see it now that I shared it? Excellent. Okay, I'm going to go back to the agenda and share that again so that you guys knew what we're gonna do next. So I'm gonna go through, let me quickly go through the list. I'm gonna move it here so I can see it. All right, I'm gonna start with, oh, darn it. Hey, Ross. And Akib, yes, I should turn off the stupid waiting room. I do it because I'm worried about Zoom bombing, but maybe if we all just are patient with if somebody Zoom bombs us, like we handle it like champions, then I'll feel more confident about the waiting room. Okay. So I'm gonna have you guys turn on your mics by group, and then I'll call you out. And if you can just briefly tell me your name, your major, and quickly describe your project in less than a minute, then we can get through everyone's within 25 minutes, okay? And all of you guys pay attention because these are all your Summer Smasher like group people. So, I mean, this is the best we can do to socialize, and so this is a good time to get to know each other. All right, so I'm gonna start with Open Sesame's team. If you guys can all be prepared, and I'll start at the top. Is Anushka here? Oh no, I know Anushka is not gonna be here. Is Anushka here? No. Snehal.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hit us, Snehal.
Do you want me to introduce myself?
Yeah, your name, and then describe your project to us.
All right, so I'm Snehal. I'm a computer science major, and I'm on the data analysis part of Open Sesame. So I'm working with Jing Wang. I'm working alongside her, and we're trying to use data to answer a few problems like matching players to do competitive karaoke against each other, as well as like what songs you want to include in the app itself.
Cool. Okay, right along. Jingwen.
Hi, I'm here. My name is Jingwen Yan, and my major is analytics. I'm a master student in the Viterbi School. And as Hao just told us that I'm doing the data science part job in the Open Sesame with him. So that's all.
Cool. Jane.
Hi, I'm Jane. I'm a mechanical engineering major and a product design minor. I'm a rising junior at USC. And for Open Sesame, I'm doing some marketing stuff. And right now we're doing customer research and customer interviews. So yeah.
You're on mute.
Oh, oops.
It is.
Anish, sorry, I'm an idiot. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm Anish. I'm a computer science and business administration major. And yeah, I'm working with Jane as well. Working with marketing at Open Sesame. That's about it.
Cool. I'm just not going to mute myself. It's too much muting. If like my noise is bothersome, let me know. Rutul. No Rutul? Good to know. Yes, no? Okay, moving on. Is it Xin Yi?
Yeah, I'm here. And actually, Richard is my partner. And okay, my name is Xin, and I'm a graduate student in USC, and my major is electrical engineer. And my responsibility in Open Sesame is about the data streaming part. And we are currently working on some configuration on the cloud platform. And that's it.
Cool. Okay. Then Carolyn? Off.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Carolyn. I'm gonna be a rising junior, and I'm majoring in computer science. And in Open Sesame, I am a graphic designer. So I'm working on the design, because it's a karaoke app. I'm working on the design for lips and transitions on the screens and things like that.
Cool. Okay, so that's the entirety minus Rutul, the Open Sesame team. So we at some point will have the Open Sesame founders join us, and you guys can hear a little bit from them. Okay, moving to Pocket CFO people. So that's Aaron and Chelsea. Aaron, go for it.
Hello everyone, my name is Aaron and I'm majoring in financial engineering and I graduate this May. My project is to explore some financial algorithm such like to forecast the future cash flow or to calculate the financial health score. That's it.
Cool. And Chelsea?
Hi, my name's Chelsea, and I'm currently financial analyst at Pocket CFO. So we are financial platform that monitor companies' health situation, condition, and I'm a master student at Viterbi Engineering School, majored in analytics. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, Roman Aerospace. Let's start with Ifaz.
All right. Hey, I'm Ifaz. I'm a CS major. I'm going to be a sophomore this upcoming school year. So on Roman, I work with calculating the center of mass of payloads and basically making sure that everything inside the payload stays upright and doesn't tip over.
Cool. Okay, Vince.
Hey guys, my name is Vince. I'm an electrical engineering major. I'm also in Roman Aerospace. My project involves designing and building an RPM sensor and also ammeter and voltmeter for the flight vehicle.
Thank you, Vince. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Rudrendu?
Yeah.
Say it right?
Yeah, correct. Hi everyone, this is Rudrendo. I'm a graduate student in electrical engineering, and with Roman Aerospace, my project is regarding data storage systems where we store the data from sensors on flight vehicle to an onboard data storage system so we can keep a track of all the flight sensor data through a telemetry.
Cool. And then Akib.
Hi, I'm Akib. I'm studying computer science and I'm a rising junior. And at Roman Aerospace, I'm working to add custom features to the PX4 software stack and the different ground control stations.
Cool, thank you. I'd like to just point out that I've been like literally 50% on names, and so I'm really sorry about that. Okay, moving right along. Team Semio. Abhishek.
Hi, so I'm Sam.
Oh, Sam, nice to meet you.
It just makes it life easier, everyone.
Yeah, no, thank you.
So I'm doing my computer science graduate studies here at USC, and I'm a software engineer at Semio right now. So my project involves integrating Unreal Engine and the Semio engine. So Semio engine works towards making algorithms for human-robot interactions. So they would work towards natural language processing. They would work towards interactions such as picking up an object and moving the robot around and following your command. So my project is to use these existing algorithms and integrate them with Unreal Engine. And Unreal Engine is a video game development software. So the final idea would be to have super smart virtual characters within the Unreal Engine when someone's developing a game using Semio's algorithms. So that's my project.
Cool. Henry?
This is Henry. I'm a junior computer science student, a rising senior, and I'm working as an intern at Semio. Semio is a robotics company, and we have a web application that can connect to different robots, and you can control it through the web application. It is like for all customers, not just for like specialists. And my job, my project involves to create a map annotation tool in the web application. So like in the web application, we can now import a map to the robot, and the robots will know what kind of area is a area for robots, and what kind of area the robots cannot get in, this kind of stuff. Yeah, that's all about my project.
Cool. And then D. Is that right?
Hi. Hi, I'm D, and you can also call me Derek. I'm a computer science. I'm a computer science student at USC, and I will work with Samuel this summer and with Harry and Sam. We are responsible for different aspects of the robots. And currently, I was working on the visualization of the body parts motion trajectory. And finally, I will implement some algorithms of the gesture recognition. So that's it.
Cool, thank you. Then we're moving on to StyleBot. So we'll start with Ashwin.
Yeah, so hi, my name is Ashwin. Our team at StyleBot is basically working towards optimizing a chatbot that answers copywriting questions. Copywriting questions that usually journalists face, like problems with formatting, spellings, grammatical usages, stuff like that. And as for our Summer Smasher project, we are working towards migrating to a new backend platform because of problems of scalability that we're facing with the current platform that we're using. Thank you.
Thank you. Luffy.
Yeah, sorry for turn off my video. I haven't done my laundry, so okay. So I want to get into that part. And so my role in StyleBot is same as Ashwin. We're gonna trying to choose the better platform we can work with. to better optimize the performance for our chatbot. And so Stylebot is like a reference tool for journalists. So maybe you can ask her the question like, how do I use a comma correctly? How do I use quotation correctly? Things like that. And it's specifically designed for journalists. And I think right now I also learned a lot from it, because yesterday we are like in a team, we are like typing like your writing questions, and a lot of them I didn't even know before. So very good, and also I'm also like learning on the way. And yep, that's me, and that's Starbucks. Hope you guys can use it in the future.
Great. I muted myself for a second because there's sirens. Then there's Yi Chun.
Hi, everyone. My name is Yi Chun Gan, and my major is analytics. I will work together with Ashwin and Luffy as a cloud developer to help Stylebot to move their app into a new platform. Then we can serve more customers. Thank you.
Cool, thank you. Now Mina.
Hi, I'm Mena. I'm an industrial and systems engineering major. I'm a rising sophomore, and I work as a business development and strategy intern, which basically just means I help out with the business plan and making an honest assessment of Stylebot's future.
Oh, that's unique. And then Jimena.
Hello, I'm Jimena. I'm a rising senior, also studying industrials and systems engineering, and I'm also in the business development team.
Cool. So that's everyone, I think. I don't think I forgot anyone. If I did, raise your hand or whatever. One of the things that I would like to task each of you guys with is to see if you can learn how to pitch your startup team. So one of the things that we do constantly with the founders is we make sure that they can very quickly tell you in a compelling way what their business is. And it's usually like introducing yourself, describing a problem, and then saying how the business solves that problem. And it should be, you know, very compelling and emotionally driven, and that's hard to do in a very short period of time. But the idea is that you don't have a lot of time to convince people to give you money when you're out there fundraising. And it would be a really fun task for each of you guys to try to get better at pitching your startup, just like the framework of what it is. So does anyone feel currently confident that they can, in a very short, maybe 2-sentence way, tell us about their startup? Does anyone feel brave to try that? Okay, so by the time we are halfway through, I promise you all a good portion, not everyone, because some people are naturally very shy, a good portion of you guys will have a lot of confidence in being able to do this. And then by the time we do our presentations at the end, you'll have it like completely nailed. So no pressure today, it's your first time. All right, I'm gonna go back to the agenda. Let's see. I don't know how we're doing on time because I already stopped using the thingy. Okay, the thought exercise word cloud is pretty simple. I took all of your guys' thought exercise submissions from our Instagram, and I just put them into one of these word cloud generators. And so you guys can see which of your responses were very similar to other people's responses. So clearly experience is very important to all of you. It's why you're here. And it's certainly why we want to have you at Summer Smasher. You guys want new skills, and then everything else was kind of very separate. Some of you guys want to have fun and make friends. Some of you guys want to build things on different like platforms and different programs. You want to learn about hardware. Some of you guys are very specifically wanting to learn about startups because you have a startup of your own. And a lot of you guys are looking just to work in groups and kind of get to know each other better during the summer. So I would say this is pretty typical. You guys are right in the pocket of like what other past Summer Smasher students were interested in learning. I want to make sure that I don't lose sight of like the things that are really important to you. And so if down the line you guys want something more out of Summer Smasher and you feel like you're not getting it, you just have to let me know. And I have time on Thursday to give to each of you guys if you need anything in particular. So please feel free to sign up for those times. But I want to open it up in the last 10 to 15 minutes just to see if you guys have any like questions about anything. We just started, so I imagine that you'll have more questions as we move down the line. One thing that I didn't mention earlier when it came to the overview and expectations is that we will have time like this as a group to support each other on projects. So on Founder Friday, I'm gonna open up and ask, like, is anyone struggling with their project? Technically, I cannot help you technically with your project. I'm not a technical person, I wish I was. But all of you guys are technical people. And there's power in numbers, and whatever you might not know how to do, I promise you someone else in this group will have had some sort of experience or some sort of advice to give you. That's essentially how we do Founder Friday. I mean, how we do Founder Circle with the startup teams. They're all working in different industries. They're all in different places in their startup journey. But basically that means that other people's experiences can help you to look around corners and to give you the kind of advice that helps you to track to make sure that you're keeping up with your responsibilities. So don't feel like you're alone. Every Friday, you'll have this huge group of students who will offer up their advice. And then if time runs out on Founder Friday, then on Slack in the hashtag Summer Smasher Project Support, that's where we'll kick those conversations. So any file sharing, any offline advice giving, all of that should happen on that Slack channel. I've toyed with the idea of doing something extracurricular with you guys, because I would do that at the garage. I would do yoga on Thursdays with students because there's like grassy place outside in the marina. I think that you guys are all doing separate things with your teams, but if anyone has an interest in like maybe once a week for 30 minutes, like logging on and exercising with each other, or like, I don't know, doing something kind of outside of Summer Smasher, let me know. Send me an email, say, yeah, that sounds fine, that sounds good. I'd be more than happy to do that. But kind of the way that we're encouraging you to socialize is on Instagram. So make sure that you at least respond to 3 get to know you questions so that on Friday you can be in the Postmates raffle for a Postmates gift card for $20. Because again, like feeding you is something that I like to do during Summer Smasher when we're all in person, like provide you snacks. And then usually when we did the master class, there would be lunch. And so I can't give you guys food anymore, which really bums me out. The mom in me is like, oh, I hope they're eating right. But it would be really nice if once a week we can, like, I don't know, give out a gift card and feed one of you guys. Anyway, so any questions? And just like unmute yourself or raise your hand and I can call on you. It looks like no one seems to have a question. No one has any questions?
I got a question. So in the Instagram, how do I participate exactly? Because I kind of confused. Like, do I need to put the comments or do I need to post like make a new post myself and tag Vertebi?
So yeah, the easiest thing about Instagram is that it's very like, the way that you respond is pretty restricted. So our get to know you questions are all considered posts, not stories. And so those ones you just comment on. So it'll just be a visual with a question and you just comment. So I think like the last couple of them were like your go-to karaoke song and what are you most hopeful for. Today we decided to not do any outbound facing information in respect to the what is it called again? I'm so sorry. It's like another blackout date, but for STEM and academia. And so we'll have 2 of them tomorrow. But basically, it's just commenting underneath. If you don't have an Instagram, and I know at least one of you doesn't, you can find all of the other information. I guess the get to know you questions are not on our Slack. So it's just kind of like, you just, I guess, I don't know, maybe I'll consider putting the questions also on Slack. But yeah, does that answer your question?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Akib mentioned, what about NDAs? Akib, do you mean because we're talking about projects with each other?
No, when you mentioned on Fridays for the project support, just in general.
Yeah, you know, okay, so you guys all are or should be familiar with the non-disclosed aspects of your projects. I don't know if your teams had you sign NDAs. Maybe some did, maybe some did not. If you have concerns about your specific project and what you are allowed and not allowed to talk to, my suggestion is that you have those conversations initially with your founders within the framework of the fact that we want to be able to help you as a group with your projects. And so if they aren't comfortable with you talking about the specifics of your projects during Summer Smash or project support, then they should offer an alternative to support you, because what we don't want is for you to have an NDA and no support whatsoever. So those conversations you can have with your founders directly, just to make sure that you're comfortable and confident with the things that you talk about. If those conversations get challenging or they're not very clear, rope me in, CC me on those emails or whatever, and I will help. But that's a very good question.
Someone recently asked me if there's a Slack channel, and yes, the way that you can get onto it is if you go to our onboarding email, there should be a button. I think it's like more on the end of the email, but there should be a button that you can click that helps you join the Slack. So be sure to look out for that in the onboarding email that we sent a week and a half ago.
Yeah, and also like, thanks for participating on Instagram. I love your guys' comments. It really does feel like I'm getting to know you guys. I'm not like, I made a decision to not follow you on Instagram because if you guys are like having crazy summer times, I don't want to, I guess maybe I'd prefer not to know, but I encourage each of you guys as students, because I do feel like that's more appropriate to follow each other and see what everyone is getting into. I know we still have like pretty strict shelter-in-place orders, and I also know that people are getting antsy to become more social, and there's a kind of like conflicting messages that we're hearing all the time about if it's okay to be out there and be social or if it's better to stay home. Whatever you decide is fine, but at least we have this place, Instagram, where we can kind of, I don't know, like stalk each other and a little bit better. Ultimately, oh, here's another. So on Instagram, to participate, you want us simply comment on post every Monday. So, okay, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, information will go out about you guys. We send out spotlights for students, and Cami's heading that, and she's doing a great job, and so far we've had one. So the one that was supposed to go out today will go out tomorrow because of the blackout for STEM today. Now, when it comes to the get to know you questions, we're sending out 5 a week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, you have an opportunity to answer one of our get to know you questions. And each week has a theme. This week was the basics. I think next week is food. One of them is going to be on animals. So we're just like theming the questions. So this week is like the basics. And you can because it's a post, you can go back and just spend like one day slamming all of the questions so that you can on Friday, if you haven't submitted by Friday, by Founder Friday, I'm gonna I don't have one of those like super cool lotto machines or anything. So I'm gonna like painstakingly write all of your names on little pieces of paper and put it in a bowl and like put it out. So if by the time I write the last name and put it in the bowl, you have not filled out 3 questions for that week, you missed it, and I'm sorry, but you'll get another chance the next week. And my hope is that if you guys are super cool, you will order something, it'll be awesome. You'll take a picture of it, of you eating it or whatever, and tag us in it so that we can celebrate with you your whatever it is that you chose to get. I mean, $20 is actually like a good amount of Postmates food, so you don't have to spend it all in one place. So a little bit about me. I have an 8-year-old daughter, and every once in a while I don't want to cook, and Postmates is kind of hard to do sometimes because you don't know how much food is involved. I just ordered a pizza yesterday, and I swear we're going to be eating pizza for like 3 days. It was the most enormous pizza I've ever seen in my life. So that's kind of funny. So like if I had won the Postmates thing, I think it would have been hilarious that by myself I had a giant pizza. And that's essentially what I want to see from you guys, is just what you guys are doing. Any more questions? All right, well, it's the middle of the week. It's hot. I hope this is the last thing you had to do today so that you can go do something more fun, like play video games or get wet outside or whatever. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on Founder Friday. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys. Good to see you.